welcome to Antiquaria. My name is Bailey and I'm so glad that you're here today. I wanted to share something that has been on my mind actually for some time now, and that is just to get you possibly thinking about making your own planner this year. Last year, I was really struggling with which planner to buy, how I wanted it to be set up and what I needed from a planner. And I ultimately decided to make my own planner. And while that seemed really daunting and maybe like I was being a little bit crazy, I was really, really happy with the result in the end and kind of bummed that I didn't get it like filmed during the process and didn't share about it when I did it, because I just found it to be more rewarding than I even expected. So this year, I want to bring you along for the journey of making my own planner, but also giving you information to help you potentially make your own planner and see if that's the right option for you. The cool thing is that really the sky is the limit when it comes to making your own planner and thinking about what you might want from that. And I am here to take that and make it a little bit more approachable and give you some tips and tricks and inspiration to help set the course so that is maybe something that you could consider this year if you haven't. What set off my desire to do this, besides not being able to figure out what planner to buy, was that we got the Leuchtturm journals in last year into the shop, which I've admired for a long time, but had yet to use. So I decided I really wanted to use one of those for a journal. And once I decided that, I kind of set down the rabbit hole of bullet journaling and what that looked like and what people did for that. And a lot of people use Leuchtturm for that. And so that seemed to be a great fit for that. But actually looking around our shop, we have numerous other things that could work as well. We have a thinner and blank notebook that could work, the jotters, and lots of different style options, as well as the spiral bound notebooks that have dots in them. And I'll show you a lot more about the different interiors and what I chose for myself and what I'm gonna do differently. But there's just there's quite a few options here, and you can go as minimal or as maximal as you want. We even have one from a company that has already in it the planner, perpetual planner layout. And so for that one, you could just even do decorating it and making it a little bit more personalized and not have to worry about drawing the things. So there's just so many options, and I just want to encourage you to consider this for your planner this next year so that you can pick exactly what you want and you can make it custom to you. There were numerous options for me to choose from in terms of the Leuchtturm journals, because I knew I wanted to use one of those for my planner. And I wasn't sure exactly what I was gonna do in terms of bullet journaling or art journaling. I hadn't quite decided that, but the first thing I needed to do was to decide which one I was going to pick. So we had two different sizes. We had A5 and A4, which is quite large. And in the past, I have actually had planners of both sizes. So I've had a large planner before, and thinking back to that, I actually really, really liked that kind of large desk size planner. So ultimately, I chose the larger size. But I have to say that I think in the bullet journaling community and just for practicality, that the A5 is probably way more popular. So I chose the large one, but either would work, really any size. You could do a really small pocket journal if that worked best for you and you needed to fit it in a pocket or something. But so essentially choosing my size and then also choosing what the pages had on them. So our options that we stocked were ruled, so the lines like a line notebook, dot, which is like graph but with only dots, and then actual graph paper. And last year I decided I wanted to go with graph. I really, really like graph in like a sketchbook or in my artistic life, like in doing calligraphy and doing illumination. I use graph paper a lot, and I like to have that in those sorts of journals. So I decided I'm going to go with graph and just see how I like it. Once I started really researching, I also realized that most bullet journaling uses the dot journals. So I felt a little bit like conflicted about my choice, but I'd already committed, and I still really enjoyed that. That being said, I think this year, one change that I'm going to make is to choose the dot, and also I will still be doing the large journal and just see how that works for me. I don't think that there will be a huge practical difference. I think it'll mostly be a very slight aesthetic difference that I will be encountering with that. But choosing that is basically your first step. So the size and what is on your pages, and just kind of like analyzing and thinking like, do I like to write and journal? Do I like sketching or drawing really things that would be useful with graph paper? Or do I want kind of the most minimal kind of blank sheet look, which I think the dot gives you, while still giving you those like graph lines that you can line up and do a ruler with. And so like it makes laying out your pages equally as easy as graph paper. I hope you found that helpful and that gave you some info and empowered you to maybe think about taking on this project. This is going to be a series that we're going to put together on, like taking it from how to choose the notebook, like through laying out your pages and, just running with it from there. So this is just the first step. Meet us back here next week when we share more about the other supplies that we use in the project. See you then. We would love for you to join us here each week, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can find out as soon as our next video drops. Find us over on Instagram at Antiquary Design, and if you found this video helpful, hit the like button or comment and let us know. Thanks again!